Everybody, so coming here, you have to just listen to the coaches and stay on the path that they lead you to.
Dennis Rodman, thank you so much. Great win. Kyle, back to you.
That was a great win. And, Tony, you described that one as topsy-turvy.
You're up, you're down, you're in, you're out. Holy cow.
And it's a huge win, as you pointed out, because we still got Colton Schultz, one of the top heavyweights in the country, coming up for Arizona State. But before we get there, Ian Bush against Jacob Meissner here at 197 pounds. The Mountaineers with a 20-7 lead now.
Well, that's absolutely huge, right? So that splits the score quite a bit. Gives you an opportunity to be a little more relaxed when it comes to Schultz being up there in terms of the dual beat being on the line. And like we've said before, like heavyweight, man, everything's on the line, or from a team score, doesn't matter, right? So and dealing with that from a mentality standpoint is always been a bit challenging. And just a shame that Michael Wolfgram is not going to be able to wrestle in that match. He was starting to really wrestle well, and a kind of non-contact injury where he ends up hurting his knee. He was out here for senior night when we talked about those dreams not becoming true. All of a sudden, man, when it's just your last time out and you don't get to do it, you're standing there in a brace. Those are tough. Those are tough evenings. That's a tough time.
Bush against Meissner here. West Virginia with 4 straight wins. Dowling at 157. Hall at 165. Brody Conley. Dennis Rodman, we just saw him sign the forehead of a youngster. So the spoils to the victors, right?
Exactly. Pays to be a winner, right?
Minute plus gone here at 197. And Bush at 9-8 on the year.
You know, and I think that's a little misleading. He's wrestled some really good matches. He's done some really good work. He's technically wrestling up a weight. He's really more of an 84-pounder, but he's been wrestling really well up here at 97, and nice takedown there.
Bush with the early lead.
As we've said before, Tony, this is a guy who Coach Flynn is really high on. You know, one of those guys who just goes out and does everything the right way. Like you bring up, just one of those guys who fills into this lineup, steps up, and has really produced at a level that beginning of the year we thought was possible. It's just, like you said, it's almost like a Jordan Titus situation where the guys that he's wrestling week in and week out are really, really good.
Unfortunately, that is life in the Big 12 or the Big 10 or the ACC or any of those schools at the moment. I mean, you're not getting a night off really too much. The night off is like we talked about resumes before, the night off is the guy who might not have been able to do it so far in college, but, you know, he's a 2-time high school state champ from where he's from, and he had 100 and some wins and whatever, so they're all good.
Bush trying to keep Meissner in bounds here for the final 15 seconds of the first period. And Bush with the offensive points so far in this one, a 3-1 lead. Trying to haul him back in there.
They gotta call that. I mean, well, now he turned back toward him.
Time expires here in the first. Bush with the first offensive points.
So nice high crotch, keeps his head on the inside and cuts it back toward him and does a nice job of getting the 3-point takedown there.
Bush, one of 2 in-state natives in the Mountaineer lineup. We saw Peyton Hall win earlier today. Victory number 125 for Hall, and now Ian Bush from Cameron with the lead over Jacob Meissner.
Yeah, Hall, I don't think we got out of the first period, did we?
No, we did not.
It's a good thing we only had Greg for a little longer than that. If we was just for that match, we'd have said enough to say hello to him, and then it was like goodbye.
And there's the trip.
There we go.
And another offensive takedown for Ian Bush after the trip. A 6-2 lead here in the second period. Bush working from the top.
Yeah, trying that crossface, try to get that elbow. Doesn't have a lot of space to work in. But you can hear the corner over there talking a little bit about maybe a warning for stalling on the bottom.
We're going to restart with 57 seconds to go. Meissner took a beating there on the bottom, the face and the back of the head.
That's why you don't want to stay down there very much, Kyle. I mean, you can get raked around pretty good.
57 seconds left here in the second. Bush with the 2 takedowns, the lone takedown so far in this one at 197. There's the escape. 6-3. Bush with the advantage in ride time.
Meissner's done a nice job on the bottom on the restart, so he's been able to get up to his feet and get out. But I think Bush has dominated the rest of the match so far on the feet. Has done a nice job of getting to where he wants to be. He's taken some good shots to get some takedowns. There was a warning for stalling on Meissner.
Bush remaining aggressive here.
Got short time left in the period.
Final few seconds. Couple times try to get around the corner there, but we'll go to the third. A 6-3 lead for Ian Bush.
Yeah, just keep wrestling, right? Just keep wrestling.
Bush will begin period 3 on the bottom. Heavyweights are warming up. We've got one of the best in the country in Colton Schultz. Will take to the mat for Arizona State coming up. Long trip for Arizona State. Wrestled Lehigh on Friday. And now here in Morgantown for the newfangled Big 12. This is a Big 12 conference matchup. Arizona State against West Virginia. Opposite ends of the country, but as we know, Big 12 expansion has significantly increased the footprint of the league in all sports.
Well, conferences used to be regional, and not any longer.
Used to take a bus through the Eastern Wrestling League, right?
Well, sometimes a van. Sometimes a van. Depends on the budget. The budget was a little different then. But yeah, no, it was. Things have changed, right? So, if you were taking a bus trip now, it'd take you 3 days.
That's
to
right.
Get there, and you know.
More than that.
Right? I mean, geez.
1 minute left here in the third. 7-3. That's the lead for Bush.
A decent shot by Meissner. See, he's got the lower ankle and the foot. You see Bush got to the outside there a little bit. He'll try to kick it loose, which he does. Not real happy. You can see the coaching corner at Arizona State not real happy with Meissner in that particular situation. But Bush does a nice job of getting it over to the corner, getting himself a takedown, and getting on top. Hopefully finish this match on top. He's got a chance for a major decision here if he can just ride him out.
Up 10-3 with the ride time a factor. 20 seconds left. And again, Bush looks content to finish on top here. Final 10 seconds.
Now it does a nice job of just kind of getting under that sort of wing, knocking him down a little bit. 5 seconds left in the match. It's going to end up with that riding time point and an 11-3 decision.
West Virginia increases its lead. Ian Bush victorious, his 10th win of the year, 31 career wins, and he's 5-4 in Big 12 conference competition now.